Super Sunday kicks off with Burnley v Leicester at Turf Moor. And it's safe to say, isn't it, Al, Sean Dyche's team not in the best of form recently?
That's another statement, isn't it? This is probably the only season for the last 4 or 5 that I've been like, Burnley are still in a position where they're being dragged in a little bit. They're conceding too many goals. I mean, this would be a game in the last couple of seasons that people would think Burnley won't get anything and they would win the game. But they would do it more consistently, going 2-3 games in a run and then have a little bad patch. The bad patch has gone too long, to be honest.
Why is that? Why do you think this bad patch has dragged on?
Well, Barnes has not scored enough goals. Wood hasn't scored. Vidra might be leaving. Rodriguez is a bit player. Gudmundsson has played his part, but not fantastic. They've just struggled. They've genuinely struggled. I think they've lost 4 games, the last 4 games in the Premier League. They've just not been the Sean Dyche team that we expect.
So where do they, if they're going to spend in the transfer window, where do they need to spend?
Well, that would be anywhere. I think they've been. I think the boys at Josh Brownhill from Bristol City. But again, you know that you're only looking 7 to 10 million. You know, Sean's not in the shop where he can spend 20 and 30 million. Burnley are not in that kind of position, and Leicester, on the other hand, have players that are worth at least 30, 35, 40 million, you know, so it's going to be very, very tough for Burnley for sure.
Well, on that, we actually asked you guys, the Footy Accumulators followers, who you thought would get on the score sheet in this game, and a whopping 72% of you said Jamie Vardy. I just can't see why, Al. Why?
I don't know either. 72, it's very, very high, and obviously when we have a little look at the hashtag Eurod selection that we're going to go for, then obviously Vardy's going to be involved in that. He has been fantastic, Vardy, genuinely. Although you were telling me, what's the stat about it's not just him that's scoring the goals.
Yeah, in the last 6 goals that Leicester have scored have all been scored by different players.
There you go. So I mean, Brendan Rodgers is like, yeah, exactly. I mean, he can't do no more. They've obviously getting the ball into areas, but that obviously means, and I don't just mean Maddison, etc. I mean they're getting players in the box. You know, they're not just standing waiting. The ball goes in and Vardy scores. It's not like that at Leicester. Having said that, they got turned over last week, so it's maybe a kick in the pants that they actually needed, which is not good news for Burnley for sure. But Vardy's been good, and it's hard to keep quiet, to be honest.
He is indeed. So what's our hashtag Eurod selection?
Right, Eurod selection, we're going to go for Leicester to score at least 2 goals. Sorry about that, Burnley fans. Vardy to score for sure, and Burnley at least 1 card, over 3 corners each team as well. I'm not sure what kind of price we're getting for that.
130,
130, okay, good.
William Hill. Just to recap then, that's Leicester to score at least 2 goals, Vardy to score, as, 72% of you thought so. Burnley at least 1 card and over 3 corners each.
I don't think we'll be far away with that one.
No, I can't see us being too far off the mark, but you might disagree. Let us know.